Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is the Excel sheet we have made in last video, and we have learned how to make this kind of Excel sheet to analyze a simply supported beam. But this is not a automated Excel sheet. What do I mean by that? If you change the length, say 6 meter, and here in table the data should be up to 6 meter. After 6 meter there shouldn't be any data because beam length is 6 meter, right? So what you need to do manually, you need to delete this thing, and also you need to adjust the graph data manually. Like here you need to change the x series value, say it should be up to 8 meter, but this thing you need to manually adjust when you are gonna change the length of the beam. Say if it is 12 meter and says here only 8 up to 8 meter the data is calculated, beyond that you need to calculate up to 12 meter, then you can get the graph for 12 meter beam. So these are the problem you may face in this Excel sheet, and also if you change the interval as well, that time this table data you need to adjust. So that's why in this video I'm gonna show you how to make this Excel sheet a automated Excel sheet using Excel VBA, and it's very simple thing to do, and who are new in coding and who have no experience about coding, they also can do this thing. So let's begin. First of all, I want to modify the sheet arrangement. Suppose if your beam length is say 0.7 meter, and this time what will happen, up to this 0.7 meter data will be there, and the rest of the data you need to delete, right? So if you delete them like this, and you can see deleting this row can make an impact on graph as well. So that's why what I'm gonna do, I am just going to move this table after this graph. So just I'm going to select this table and pressing Ctrl X for move command, and now I'm just going to paste the table after this graph, say here. And if you do that, you will see this type of error, or just click on this OK, it will take automatically, no problem with that. And this is how you can move the table from one portion to another portion. And now our sheet arrangement is almost ready. Another thing we need to do, we need to save this Excel as a macro enable Excel sheet. Otherwise whatever code we will write in this Excel, that won't be saved. So that's why first of all what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the save as this file. So just go to click on this file and then go to save as, and now here select the location. So I want to save it in same location. Say I am naming it like part 2, and here you need to select the type. So this type should be macro enable, and this is the extension of the macro enable file, that is XLSM. Generally the Excel file extension is XLSX, but when it will be a macro enable sheet, it will be, the extension will be XLSM. So just select this and just save this, and now our sheet become macro enable Excel sheet. And another thing you need to do, here you cannot see any develop menu, right? So that menu bar you need to bring. So for that just click on file and then go to option, and here you will see customize ribbon. So click on that, and in the right side in main tabs you will see there is a option developer. just click on this checkbox and then click on OK. And now here you can see the developer option is there. So this, under this developer option, you will see there is an option visual basic. So just click on this, you will see this type of interface. Alternatively, you can open this window by pressing Alt plus F11. And let have quick introduction of the interface. And here you can see this is the menu bar, and these are the tools that you can use easily to access the menu command. And this is basically the project explorer. So here you can see all the sheets, all the workbook which have opened, and also the module details. And if you select particular object here, corresponding property you can see here. And now if you click on this, double click here, and here this is basically the code editor space. So here you can write the code, and this is the immediate window. Whatever code if you write here some code and also print some um, data in output, so output can be visible in this immediate window. So if this is not visible in your Excel VBA editor, so just you can press Ctrl plus G, so this immediate window will come. Or you can simply insert it from, you can click on this view and click on this immediate window, you can open this immediate window as well. And now there are here you can see under this Microsoft Excel object there are sheet are given, I mean sheet you can see. So under this sheet you can write code, and also you can insert some module here if you right click on it. And now if you click on insert, then if you click on module, then the module will be insert. So either you can write the code here corresponding sheet, or you can write the code in module as well. So if you write some code in module, suppose if you write some function in module, so this function can be called in any sheet, and also it can be used in Excel function also. But if you write some code in sheet, or like if you write some function in sheet 1, so that function only can be used in sheet 1 but cannot be used in Excel formula. But in this page, in this sheet, anywhere you can use that function. So that is the basically limitation of a particular when you will write some code under this sheet or under this module. So module is nothing but a container, so that's why I prefer basically a module. So whatever code I write in Excel VBA, so that basically I write in particular module, so that it will be very easy to access from everywhere. So these are the whole thing you need to know. These are the basic thing, very basic thing. So now moving to the actual coding part. And so first of all, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do what step I need to do manually. Then the same thing I'm gonna do repetition by using program. So when you are changing some data here or in interval corresponding, you need to adjust this data here. Okay. Here you can see these cells are not merged. So when I have moved this, so there one message it have shown, so that's why it came here. So no problem, actually I'm gonna delete this thing anyway. So what are the manual steps? Suppose now I have beam length 2 meter, so just write here 2. And what is the manual step I'm gonna do? I'm just suppose up to 2 meter I am keeping, and the rest of the part I want to delete, right? So I'll just delete it. This is the first step what I'm gonna do. And the second step what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the change the data series of the graph. So these are the second step. So these steps would be repeat each time when I will change data here, or I will change data here or here. So that is the primary intention of me to do this thing. So what I'm gonna do for that, see, there are many way. if you if you have any knowledge about the VBA coding, you can simply write the code here, you can repeat that task. But if you don't have any coding knowledge, so there are also an easy way in Excel VBA particularly you can do this thing. How can you do this thing? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna record the macro. So this is the feature in Excel you can do. I mean, whatever step you will do, if you start the record macro, all the step will be recorded as a coding. Okay, and if you go into the Excel VBA sheet, you will see the code. What are the step you have done? That step they are written in terms of code. So it's very interesting thing. So uh, let's try. So now first what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the record macro. So here you need to provide some name of the macro. Say this is macro 1, and store macro in this workbook. So yeah, in this workbook I want to store. And if you want any to use any shortcut, you can do that, control plus that button you can use. So here I'm not going to do that thing, just click on OK. The macro recording started, and now what I'm gonna do, suppose say first I'm gonna change this 1.5, and now what I'm gonna do, so first of all we need to think this step in terms of general step. So suppose each time what I will do, suppose this is the beam length, right? And here we have written the formula. Okay, so what I will do, I will delete this thing from here. Okay, here some formula is written, here some form, but here the formula is not written. So up to this row I will keep, and the rest of the thing I will just delete. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna select up to end or something. I'm gonna delete this thing. Okay, so this is the first step. And what is the second step? Second step, I need to copy this thing up to 1.5 meter. It's 1.4, then it's 1.5. So up to 1.5 meter I have copied this thing. And what is the next step? Next step is I need to set the graph data. So I'm just clicking on the select data, and there are two series. So in first series, first I'm gonna editing the data, and each X series what I need to do, I need to select this, and here you need to change it to A41, because since these two cell is merged, so here you can see this is A16, right? So here I need to change this A, because since these two cell is merged, so the cell address will be A. So here B was, that is the wrong thing, so you need to manually edit this thing. And in case of Y value, you need to edit this thing, and now click on OK. Similarly, you need to edit this bending moment data as well. So here you need to change it is like this, and here you need to also change this D, and here this thing will be this. This is very simple. Now click on OK. Now OK. Now here you can see the graph, but it shouldn't be like this. So let's check again what is the problem. So CR4 data is okay. pending moment data is not okay. Okay, so it should be D. Somehow it's 7 store. Okay, anyway, now it's store. Now click on OK. Now click on OK, and here you can see the graph is okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stop the recording. So now our macro recording is completed. So now we are going to the code page, and here you can see in under modules there are two modules, module 1 and module 2. Previously only module 1 was there. After recording the macro, module 2 is created, and here you can see the code is there, and you can see the code have been written within a subroutine. So this sub macro 1 is nothing but a subroutine. The syntax is like sub, then the name of the subroutine, and here you can see the name that we have written at the time of macro starting. So same name you can see here. And what is subroutine? Subroutine is like a function, but subroutine doesn't return any value. So it basically executes some series of commands. So here you can see some comments are there. It basically executes some series of command. So that is subroutine in simple way we can say. And here you can see whatever command, here you can see if I just run this subroutine, all the step what I have just done, that will repeat again and again and again. So basically when you will record a macro in Excel, that basically will create a subroutine, and whatever name you will give, that it will, you know, the particular that name will be associated with this subroutine, and whenever you will run that macro, so that subroutine will just execute. That's the thing. Now let's start to understand the code. So here first comment you can see active window. So this active window is nothing but a object. So what is object? So I'm not going in that much deeper. So if I start to tell each and everything in detail, so the video will be too much lengthy. So I'm just saying the technical name, and if you are interested to know these things, I can make a separate video on that. So just for now I'm saying it is a object. So active window is a object. So it's basically represent which current window I'm using. And small scroll, this is nothing but a method, and here in down we are sending some value that is 0. So basically this command will do nothing since we are providing scroll value is 0. So this command basically used to scroll the window, but that is not our primary intention, so that is not gonna do. So why this comment came, because after starting macro recording, whatever step you will do, everything it will convert in code. So that's why this comment also came, but we are not gonna use them. So what I am gonna do, in module 1, I am just going to write those those comment which is actually required. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to copy the syntax, Control C. In module 1 I'm just going to Control paste, and here this is basically comment line. So this will not execute. So if you want to write some note or something, so by using this inverted comma, single inverted comma, you can comment any comment. Like I want to comment this one, so just if I put a inverted comma here, so this will become a comment line. So this, when the then the code will run. So compiler will not execute this line. And see, when you will start any subrouting, automatically this end sub will come. And I'm just going to delete this thing. And here I'm going to provide a name of this subroutine, say automation. Okay, so I just provide a name of this subroutine. Okay, and now what is the first step of our, so our first step was like we need to delete row from 28 to last. So in that case, in this case here it is 41, one number of row. So what we will do, we will just delete row from 28 to 41. So that is what we are gonna do. For that, here you can see, first we need to find what the delete comment is there. So here you can see, the delete comment is here. So before delete, what comment is there? Select comment is there. So rows 28 to 82 rows will be selected. Then in this comment, this rows is going to be deleted. So either we can use these two line, or we can write this in one line. So first I'm gonna write it in two line. So I'm just need to copy this one, and I'm just going to in module 1, and here I'm just going to paste this. So in our case, actually here number of row will be 41. So what I'm gonna do, so here I'm just gonna write here 41, and if I just want to select, so if I just run this, so what will happen, just row will be selected. So here you can see 28 to 41 row is selected. And now if you write this one, selection dot delete, you can write this, or you can neglect this one. So it basically define after deleting, the row will be automatically shifted. So if you use this comment or not, it doesn't matter. This sheet portion you can ignore. So if you write, that's okay. If you don't write, that also okay. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just copy this one, and now I'm just gonna paste it here. So if I do this, what will happen, all the row will be deleted. See here, you can see all the row is deleted. But here one thing you need to keep in mind, that is, once you delete the row using VBA, you cannot undo the thing. So using VBA, whatever you will do, you cannot undo. So here you can see undo button is disabled. So this is just deleted. So again I am just copying this one, 41. Okay, and look into the graph. Here the graph is not correct. Here maybe the series data changed or something. So we will check it later. For now I'm just leaving it. Okay, so it's very simple. So only in two line we can select some row, or we can delete some row. So either we can use these two line, or it's very simple, we don't need to select at all, we just simply delete this. So if you just write here delete, and now if you just run this, so it will just simply delete that thing. So either you can delete it, or you can just select all the rows and then you can delete. And another thing here, I am fetching the number of rows, like it will start from 21, that is constant, always it will start from 21, but in row is not always fixed, right? Because if since I have provided 1.5 meter, so that's why here the last row is say 41. But if the length is higher, say 2 meter, then it may be more than this, right? So this is not the generalized code, so this 41 is not same for all cases, so it may change. And now we need to know how we can find what is the last row. So how we can do that? For that, what you need to do, so if you just suppose this is a column, and if you just press Ctrl and down button, so you will reach to the last cell or last row. So Excel has, this is the maximum number of row, so that's row you can see here. And now if you press Ctrl plus up button, you will go to the next field row. So once if you reach to the last row, and then if you press Ctrl up, then you will reach to the next field row. So we are getting the last row. So if I follow this step, so we will get the last row number. So that is what we are gonna do to find the last row number. So what we are gonna do first, I am just commenting this comment. So to comment, either you can write here single inverted comma, automatically this comment will be comment, or you can do one thing, you can bring a toolbar. So that toolbar is available in edit, and now just move it here, and now select this and click on this comment block, so it will be comment. So now what I'm gonna do, I need to find what is the last row number. So how can I get the last row number? What I'm gonna do, first I'm gonna consider a variable. Say I am naming the variable as last row. So if you want to consider any variable or declare any variable here, so you have to write tim, then the variable name, say the variable name is last row, then the type of the variable. So here I am considering this as integer. And now I'm gonna calculate this variable value. So last row equal to, so you need to write cells, then bracket, then rows dot count. So rows dot count, basically you will return you the last row number of the Excel sheet, the last row number, not the last use row number, it is the last row number. And then you need to provide the column index. So column index, basically you need to provide here which column, in which column you need to know the last field data. So in our case it will be column A, because whatever table data we will write, that will be situated in column A. Since these two cell is merged, so obviously the address will be the A column address, so that's why it will be A. So here you need to provide the column index value, so that's why here you have to convert this in term of number. So the A is the first column, so that's why you need to write it 1. So if it would be the B, then you need to write 2, like that. And now you will complete the bracket, and then you will write dot end, then bracket, then Excel up, then dot, then row. So this will basically return the last row number. And now I want to print this variable value, so that's why you need to write debug dot print. So you need to write this comment when you want to try to print any variable. So here I'm gonna write last row. Okay, so now our code is ready, and now you need to press Ctrl G. So Ctrl G basically will open the immediate output window, and now I'm just attaching here. And now if I run this code, I'm getting the last row number. So this is the correct row number. So I'm getting the correct row number. So now this last row value I need to use here. So I'm just cutting this comment from here to here. I'm just commenting this because this is not required. And after this, here I'm just removing this comment, and here last row value is coming 41. So I am copying this variable, and now I need to combine this value here. So how can I do that? So I'm just keeping up to this. So this is a text, so 28 is to, this is nothing but a text. When you will write some text, you need to use double inverted comma, and then I'm gonna write and then this variable. So and basically what it will do, it will just combine these two value. So basically this will return 28 is to 41. And now if I run this, it will delete all this row. So let's check it. Now check, yes, everything have been deleted. So it's work perfectly. Again, now I am copying this here for 41. And now our next step will be, after deleting the row, you need to copy the cells, you need to copy the rows. So how can you do that? So that part I am gonna show you in the next video, because this video is becoming almost more than 30 minutes. So in next video, rest of the part I am gonna tell you. So this video have a like target, that is 20. So as soon as you guys will make this video 20 like, I will up the last part of this video. And please write some comment if you find this video is very helpful. So this type of many video I'm gonna upload in my channel. So stay tuned with us and share this video to your friend and subscribe. That's all. Thank you for watching.